Chapter 40, Guest. Another elder stared at the centipede and whispered, HMPH, the Xuan Dao sect is always like this, trying to bully my Heng Yue sect because we don't have a spirit beast. If there is a chance, we must kill that spirit beast, then we'll see how they will show off. The sect head coldly snorted. A purple sword suddenly appeared before him. The sword flew into the sky and became a giant purple dragon. It coiled above the Heng Yue sect and roared at the centipede. The 1,000-foot centipede suddenly stopped and didn't dare to continue. Suddenly, a loud laugh could be heard from the top of the centipede. Huanglong, it is rumored that this purple sword contains the soul of a dragon. It seems that that rumor is not fake. Friend, I'm here now, and if we win again, the Heng Yue sect must keep their promise and return the 137 treasures that were stolen from us, as well as give us 200 flying swords as compensation. The sect head's expression remained normal. There was no trace of anger. He indifferently said, Friend Aoyang, if the Xuan Dao sect wins this time, the Heng Yue sect will naturally do as promised, but if you guys lose, then you must hold back on your technique to control spirit beasts. While he was speaking, the purple dragon slowly dissipated and turned back into a purple sword. It returned to sect head Huanglong's hand. The 1,000-foot centipede started to move forward again. It circled above the Heng Yue sect as it slowly descended. The inner disciples all pulled back to make room. All of the elders had frowns on their faces from seeing the disciples recoiling. After the centipede landed, it remained motionless. Dozens of people jumped down from the centipede's back. Besides 3 elders, everyone else was very young. The Xuan Dao sect had both male and female disciples. It seemed like they were making fun of the Heng Yue sect because they knew that the Heng Yue sect didn't have many purple-clothed disciples, so every one of them was wearing purple. Another thing that surprised the Heng Yue sect disciples was that every single Xuan Dao sect disciple was good-looking. The males were very handsome, and the females were all very beautiful. Especially the male and female's disciple in the front. The male was extraordinarily handsome and full of masculinity. His long sleeves and hair fluttered in the wind, with a flying sword on his back that made him look even cooler. His appearance completely enchanted a few of the female inner disciples. The female disciple wore full purple with hair long like a waterfall, bright red lips, and with beautiful eyes could move anyone's heart. Even Wang Lin couldn't stop his heart from beating faster when he saw her. He became very surprised as he carefully looked at her and quickly became more cautious. Seeing all the disciples with memorized looks in their faces, one of the elders finally couldn't stand it any more and shouted, When did the Xuan Dao sect started practicing charm arts? It is simply too despicable. This shout quickly awakened many of the inner disciples. All of them had a surprised expressions. One of the 3 elders of the Xuan Dao sect laughed and said, This must be Elder Daosu. My name is Qin Gulei. You should take a closer look. My 2 disciples here didn't practice any charm arts, but were born with water spirit roots. I can see that among all of the Heng Yue sect disciples, none of them are of such a pure spirit root. All of them are a mixture of all 5 elements. No wonder you can't tell the difference. All of the Heng Yue sect's elders' expressions became unsettled. After a long time, sect head Huanglong's expression remained the same as he changed the subject and said, Friends of the Xuan Dao sect, first, rest at our sect. The competition will begin in 3 days. Elder Aoyang nodded. Smiling, he said, Very good, our Xuan Dao sect has had these competitions with the Heng Yue sect for many years, but although there are some disputes, there is no need to hurt our relationship. Among the many elders of the Heng Yue sect, a very old man walked out. His face was full of wrinkles and he somewhat looked like he had no energy. He lightly chuckled and said to Aoyang, Good friend Aoyang, it's been 20 years, do you still remember me? Elder Aoyang laughed out loud and said, I've already seen you, old friend Song Daoyu. This time, you must let me have some more of your homemade wine. I didn't have enough because you were too stingy last time. You only brought out 1 jar. Elder Song smiled. It's not that I'm stingy, it's that when you start drinking wine, it's too scary. No matter how many jars I bring out, it's not enough. As the 2 started talking, the other 2 elders of the Xuan Dao sect found familiar faces and started chatting, as if the unfriendly words before were never said. As they talked about things that were happening in cultivation world of the country of Zhao, the eyes of the disciples of both sects were really opened. Things like, the Wu Feng sect had a male disciple that seduced the Misty sect's head female disciple and made her pregnant. The Miss sect's head went to the Wu Feng sect for justice, but came back with a baby. Or like the Heaven sect, where some disciples abandoned the sect and joined the He Huan sect. After some of them started to spread the benefits of joining the He Huan sect, more and more disciples abandoned the Heaven sect. This made the Heaven sect's head so mad that he sent out a kill order for any disciple that abandoned the sect. Or about some genius baby being born, and finally about the Misty sect's core formation expert's birthday being in a few months, so all the friendly sects would send people to attend and such. Wang Lin listened for a long time and started to have a very blurred impression of the cultivation world in the country of Zhao. At one point, he suddenly felt someone looking at him. He turned his head and saw that female disciple from the Xuan Dao sect looking at him, a faint smile on her face. Wang Lin nodded his head and secretly put up his guard. He didn't believe that he had the charm to attract someone's attention among all the disciples present. Liu Mei was the leader of the inner disciples at the Xuan Dao sect and was very confident in her innate charm ability. Within the Xuan Dao sect, almost no one her age could resist. But that ordinary-looking youth was the first to recover, which surprised her. She couldn't help but take a few more looks, but no matter how she looked at Wang Lin, he was only at the third layer and was nothing out of the ordinary. As the elders talked, the disciples of the two sects also started to chat with each other to prepare for the competition that was to come. All of the Xuan Dao sect's disciples seemed to have a mysterious fog that hid their cultivation level. Wang Lin was also surprised that he became interested in the Xuan Dao sect. This technique seemed similar to the disguise pill, but on a higher level. The Heng Yue sect disciples seemed to focus all their attention on that male and female, all of them with their own ideas, but Wang Lin noticed a strange phenomenon. All of the disciples of the Xuan Dao sect, from the looks in their eyes, all seemed to show signs of respect to a middle-aged man in the back. After giving that person a thoughtful look, Wang Lin withdrew his gaze, lowered his head, and remained silent.